I want to thank you guys. We got 10 questions in already today. And I think most of them were pretty pertinent going across the city on what people might think. Let's start looking at the 2 minutes. I want to make sure you guys get 2 minutes, and if you go over, you go over. But I want your final statement. And when you do your 2 minutes, don't forget to ask, please vote for me. I don't know how many people, hey, did you vote for me? Well, you didn't ask me, So in your finals, please ask people to vote for you. I think, Francisco, you lead off this time. John, you had the last first question. Yeah. You guys are easy.
These are closing remarks, is that what
These
we're doing
are
now?
closing remarks.
Francisco Maldonado, District 8, running. I'd like to continue serving my community. I've been doing it for nearly 3 decades as a police officer, as a veteran. I have a lot of skills that I'd like to bring to City Hall. I believe that, as a police officer that started as a patrolman and became a sergeant, and I did that job with one mission in mind, to protect and serve with empathy and integrity and just treating people fairly. I like to just continue serving my community. I've lived here my whole life. I was born to 2 migrants that came from Puerto Rico in '68. I was born at St. Joseph's Hospital. We used to have 3 hospitals. I think that's an issue that's going to come along. There's going to be restraints on funding to the hospital that we presently have in the city. And I'm highly concerned that that might affect those services to this neighborhood that I'm trying to represent. As a police officer in the city, I was a union leader. I fought for the patrolmen, the bottom of the work staff in the police department. I made sure that they were treated well, and I made sure they had good paying raises when it was time to negotiate with the city manager. Again, I have 33 years of public service to this community. I'd like to continue serving. I'm not ready to retire. I retired on March 1st from the police department after 29 years. I've been doing the job. I'm looking just to continue doing it. Folks out there know me. I've helped many people. I've never abused the power that I've been given, and I'm asking for that opportunity to continue serving. And I also know there's a limit when you become a servant, and you have to know when it's time to move. But guess what? It's not time for Lowell to lose Cisco from public service. Again, Francisco Maldonado, running for candidate on District 8 in the Upper Highlands. Please go out and vote. It's important this year to get out there and vote, not only for your national elections, but also for your local elections. The local elections are more valuable. Those are the ones that affect you the most. So go out, and when you vote, I say vote for the person that's going to give you the most. Be selfish with your vote. It's your vote. Go out and vote.
Thank you. Marcos, go and get your vote.
Yeah, so first I want to reiterate how thankful I am for being given the opportunity to speak about my platform at length, and thank John and Francisco for taking part in the discussion. And I also hope I made it abundantly clear to our District 8 community members and to the city, to people in the city at large who are listening, that our city is facing multiple crises. Not only a city council with good judgment and that immediately acts will be able to turn the direction our city is going around. Simply put, we're not building enough homes, and it's putting our families into destitute conditions. Our poor street infrastructure and treeless sprawl is inaccessible to to a lot of our community members, particularly to elderly and disabled community members. It's contributing to the climate crisis, and it's costing us millions of dollars per year to maintain. And we also need to be stepping up to providing more care to our new parents, because affording childcare and having your kid be able to attend an early education institution is extremely important for bringing the best possible chance for our kids to have a happy and healthy life. We have become so used to struggling in the city that a lot of people have, they've lost vision, they've become jaded, and they don't think a lot of good is possible. And I want us to change that. We need to do away with the city council that for too long has benefited the few and has maintained a status quo that only benefits the few, and it truly leaves behind a lot of people. So if you're like me and you want to see change, if you understand that only bold action action and not standing idly by as these crises occur is what will take us through a crisis. Vote for me. If you want our communities to be together, if you want more beautiful homes to be built throughout the city, vote for me. If you want to be more connected with your community, and if you want our city to be financially stable so all our families and businesses can thrive, vote for me. If you want someone who's not connected to a political class that has failed you time and time again, I urge you to vote for me. And finally, if you want someone who understands what it means to struggle, or who will walk by your side during these struggles, my name is Marcos Candido, and I hope you vote for me September 9th.
Thank you, Marcos. John?
Thanks, Marty. Once again, thanks to the AP for hosting this. You had said right at the end, ask for your vote, and of course, it reminded me when I was running the first time that I knocked on this lady's house. She was an elderly lady, and it was a hot day. She invited me in for lemonade, and I ended up staying there for about an hour and a half with her. And I said, thank you very, very much. I gotta move on. I walked out the door, she goes, did you forget something? I go, I'm not sure what you're talking about. She goes, you forgot to ask for my vote. And that was the lesson I learned. I made sure I didn't do that again. I will say, from my perspective, and been living in the Highlands for 34 years, that I am very impatient. Meaning, if I get a phone call, a text, or an email from a constituent, I don't sit there and I'm gonna wait for a motion. I'm not a big motion guy. I'm sure the stats will show that. But I'll pick up the phone and I'll call somebody at City Hall, making sure that's done within 24 to 48 hours. And nobody can say that I haven't. I like to walk around the neighborhood and I'll see people, what's going on, this and that. And like I said, a lot of the Upper Highlands people have been living there for many, many years. I'm sure Cisco will agree with me. I mean, it's just that way. They pass it down and they enjoy the neighborhood. I would have to say that, yes, housing is very important, but the Upper Highlands, to me, aesthetically, I love the way it looks. I don't want to put a poach's stamp on a piece of land. I'm not in favor of ADUs, and I've been quite clear about that. Do we need more housing? Yeah, but Upper Highlands has been, if you go down some of these roads right now, Gibson Street, Lawrence, Viola, Janess, Norcross, we're dense now. So other parts of the city, can we put more housing and then, ADUs or whatever? Yeah, probably we could, but not in the Upper Highlands. We're all set at this point. I would have to say that I will continue doing what I'm doing. At this point, I would just ask for your vote on September 9th in the primary.
Thank you so much. You guys.